Hey everybody, meteorologist Sarah Gannon here with a first alert weather update for you. We've been keeping an eye on a few showers and thunderstorms. Most of that activity, though, has been staying to the far eastern side of the viewing area. So Rochester's been staying pretty dry and quiet throughout the majority of the day. Same for folks along the I-35 corridor. Now, spots towards Preston, Decorah, Winona, closer to the riverside have been seeing some showers and thunderstorms rumbling through there. A couple warnings being prompted towards the Houston County area. So all of that activity has moved further east across the river, and you can see several showers and thunderstorms developing throughout the state of Wisconsin. So any activity that we see will likely be developing east of the river. So locally for us, we should be pretty quiet here the rest of tonight. There is a level 2 threat for severe activity, again, just across the river into Wisconsin. So locally, we are expecting to stay quiet heading into the rest of this afternoon and this evening. Any severe activity should stay across the river. Looking at that hour-by-hour forecast here for tonight, looking to see plenty of sunshine. Temperatures continue to stay fairly comfortable into the 70s, eventually cooling back into the 60s here once we see that sunset later on tonight. Maybe a few clouds passing in and out throughout the region, but overall fairly pleasant evening for the region here. As we take a look ahead to tomorrow, tracking more sunshine and looking forward to temperatures still slightly below average, so conditions will stay comfortable there in those upper 70s to mid to upper 70s, I should say. Plenty of sun on the way as well, maybe a few clouds passing in and out, but we are gearing up though for some nice conditions here for the region. So we'll talk more about what's in store as we track some hot and humid conditions heading into next week. So those first alert forecast details are ahead. More Midwest Access is Midwest Access. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Midwest Access. I'm meteorologist Sarah Gannon. We've been watching a few showers and thunderstorms on the eastern edge of our viewing area. All of this activity now has since crossed the river. So the rest of your Wednesday afternoon looking very quiet here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. However, things will remain a bit stormy as we look further east into Wisconsin. So if you have friends and family in that area, make sure to give them the heads up to stay weather aware. So this is a look at current radar. You can see locally we are in the clear. We're quiet here the rest of today, but quite a bit of activity throughout Wisconsin and just outside of the viewing area there coming out of the Al-McKee County region. So as we take a look at that severe storm outlook, you can see there is a level 2 threat over much of the state of Wisconsin. So again, locally we are out of that severe threat. Severe threat not expected here the rest of today. We'll enjoy quiet weather. Severe activity, though, staying across the river into Wisconsin. So let's take a look here at the rest of today. We'll see a few clouds continuing to filter in and out of the region. Plenty of sun, though, to wrap up the second half of our day. Temperatures will gradually cool back into the 60s after sunset here tonight. So looking at a comfortable, quiet evening. Tomorrow, looking to track those high temperatures, still seasonably cool in the mid to upper 70s. Temps staying below average, but with plenty of sunshine on the way as well. So a great set of conditions on the way for tomorrow. Then we look ahead to the next big thing. We're talking about some big changes, especially temperature-wise. Giving you that first alert to what's in store next week. Take a look at this. High temperatures into the 90s heading into early next week, upper 80s possible as well. So it will be a long stretch here of some hot, humid conditions across southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. We're also looking to see the chance for maybe a couple spotty showers and thunderstorms. A few of those chances on the way as well, so that will help increase that humidity. So things looking to feel rather toasty next week. And as we continue into not only the first couple days of July, but heading into that second week here of July, Climate Prediction Center anticipating to see much of the upper Midwest here above average. So I think once we get into those upper 80s, that 90-degree temp weather, might still see more of that on the way. More 80s heading our way as we move into the new month. Looking at that climate prediction forecast there, long range forecast about 80 to 90% chance there of seeing above average temps. So it will be a hot stretch of weather on the way. As we take a look at that 10-day forecast, things looking very nice here. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, enjoying some sunshine, high temperatures, seasonal to maybe just a few degrees shy of average there into those mid-upper 70s. Chance at some low 80s there by Saturday. Heading into Sunday, we'll see a chance for some straight showers and thunderstorms, and then from there, we just get hot and humid as we track high temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s throughout next week. We may watch for some additional shower and thunderstorm chances late Monday into early Tuesday. So the heat and humidity is on. Those ACs that have enjoyed their break will be put back to work quickly next week. Let's look at your first alert forecast.
Heading outdoors, meteorologist Sarah Gannon joins us live from the weather patio. Sarah, what are you tracking for the rest of tonight?
Well, hey there, Olivia. Things very quiet out here on the weather patio. It's been a beautiful evening here for us in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, continuing on with that quiet trend. Taking a look here at satellite and radar, clear sky overhead. We may see a couple clouds passing in and out, but really not much to talk about here heading into the overnights. We currently are looking at temperatures into the 60s, so cooling off here nicely, very comfortable outside. Looking ahead to tomorrow, another fabulous day is in store with temperatures very similar to today. We'll see highs climbing into those mid-70s, maybe some upper 70s possible, especially south of I-90. Overall, plenty of sunshine. However, things changing heading into next week. A big pattern shift on the way as we track some heat and humidity back in the forecast area. So next couple of days are certainly ones to get outside and enjoy while we still can. Olivia? We have been keeping an eye on some comfortable conditions here moving into the rest of the work week and as we enter the weekend. However, a big change on the way next week. We'll break down those forecast details coming up. Here's a quick little sneak peek at your Thursday forecast as we track some nice sunshine, seasonably cool temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Your first alert forecast is next. We have been enjoying some really beautiful weather across the area today. A couple showers and storms sparking through portions of Houston, Fillmore, Winneshiek counties here this afternoon. But at this point in time, it's been a really quiet evening. Talking, though, about the next big thing, a big pattern change is on the way. I want to give you that first alert to next week. Temperatures getting hot and steamy. We are tracking those highs into those lower 90s, some upper 80s as well. No first alert days just yet. Holding off on that to see where those heat index values could potentially climb to heading into next week. But we're tracking that heat, some humidity with that, of course, as well. So enjoy and soak up these comfortable temps that we continue to see in the 70s the next few days. Continue to soak that in before things change next week. Possibly a look at what some of those heat index values could be looking like. We could be looking at heat index values into the 90s, potentially approaching maybe some triple-digit values early next week. So again, expecting to see maybe a couple first alert days on the way. So keep an eye out for that, but giving you that first alert to those dangers, that heat and that humidity that's on the way. Not expecting the heat and humidity tomorrow. Instead, some sunshine, some comfortable temps into the 70s. If you're looking to get to downtown Rochester for Thursday's downtown, forecast looking absolutely fabulous. Enjoying some 70s here for tomorrow's highs, and we'll look at maybe a few clouds filtering in by the afternoon. Let's take a look at those high temperatures area-wide. 75 for Rochester, Mankato, 76 for an estimated high there in Albert Lee. Mason City, Algona, Charles City could be climbing to about 78 tomorrow afternoon. So really a beautiful day on the way. These are the temps we need to soak up and enjoy before things really get uncomfortable later on next week. Here's a look at that 70 forecast for Mankato as we track high temperatures here into those low 80s by Saturday. Approaching 90 here by Sunday, Monday, extending into early next week. We will watch a couple rain and thunderstorm chances here by Sunday, extending into Monday and Tuesday. So we will see that humidity moving in, of course, but we're no strangers to that heat and humidity come summertime. And with 4th of July just right around the corner, actually on Saturday, does not surprise me that we're seeing this heat and that humidity making a grand return.
Hopefully everyone's ACs are working well come next week.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here.
Travis,
we have been enjoying some really beautiful weather here today. A couple spots towards the riverside, catching a stray thunderstorm or two. Tomorrow, no concerns of that at all. Instead, we'll be enjoying some really nice sunshine. High temperatures tomorrow, staying comfortable as they remain seasonably cool in the mid to upper 70s. So soak up these conditions while you can, because we're tracking the next big thing, and that's going to be a pattern change. So come next week, we're talking heat and humidity with high temperatures nearing the upper 80s, low 90s, and possibly some heat index values approaching those triple-digit values. So something we'll monitor very closely. No first alert days yet, but if this trend holds where we could be looking at heat index values near the triple digits, first alert days certainly may be on the horizon. So monitoring next week very closely. Reminder, still have a couple days. Get that AC up and running if you haven't done so already.
All right. Thank you, Sarah.
We are enjoying some very comfortable conditions here to round out the work week with highs seasonably cool in the 70s. So soak up this beautiful weather here before things get hot and steamy next week. We're tracking more heat and humidity on the way as we look at a big pattern change on the way. Your latest First Alert forecast details are coming up.
Here's your First Alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We have been enjoying some beautiful conditions here so far this week. A couple chances for some rain, and now we are heading into the start of a beautiful end of the work week. However, things changing on the horizon, so let's talk about the next big thing, and that is going to be some high heat and even some humidity back in the forecast. So giving you the first alert to those upcoming changes. We're looking at that pattern change, bringing in some heat. High temperatures could be looking at upper 80s, low 90s early next week throughout the entire work week, really Monday through Friday. Some hot conditions, and we may see a few storm chances between Sunday and Tuesday, so that will increase the humidity values. So heat index values could maybe be approaching 90 plus degrees here as we move into this work week. So let's take a look at what we could be looking at here come Monday afternoon. Good chance there at seeing some high heat index values. Same story heading into Tuesday afternoon. Rinse and repeat come Wednesday afternoon, and the trend just continues into Thursday afternoon and again into Friday afternoon. So notice the pink color there. That is those are heat index values there. Could be approaching 90 plus degrees, and I would not be surprised if we're approaching those triple digit values in some locations. So no first alert days just yet, but we're looking to continue to monitor things. Would not be surprised if we're adding some first alert days on the horizon. So keep an eye on the forecast here, but enjoy the beautiful weather while we still can. Here's a quick look ahead to your Thursday. If you're planning to head downtown Rochester to Thursday's downtown, among other festivities happening here in Rochester, we have Rochester Fest going on as well. Forecast looking very nice here all day long. A few clouds rolling in by the evening hours, but for the most part, enjoying some sunshine. Seasonably cool temperatures there in the upper 70s, mid to upper 70s, I should point out. So really a beautiful stretch of weather here through tomorrow. That continues into Friday, where we're looking at temperatures there mid to upper 70s, some low 80s back in the forecast area wide by Saturday. So we have a 3-day stretch here where we're still looking at some comfortable conditions. Then we bring in a few straight shower and thunderstorm chances Sunday, again on Monday and Tuesday even. We'll monitor all 3 chances, but we bring in that humidity, and you can see temperatures just climbing into the upper 80s, low 90s, looking to be a bit more uncomfortable versus the comfortable weather that we've been seeing so far for the last couple of weeks. So big change on the way.
Well, now that we're 10 days out, my eye goes straight to Saturday. 4th of July, looking great.
Yeah, hoping to manage to keep that forecast dry, quiet for the fireworks and other 4th of July festivities, although could be a little sticky with that heat and humidity.
Yeah, we'll have to prepare for that, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah. This week marks 2 years since historic flooding.
Ahead here today in your news at 10, we'll share one family's memories from the flood zone. 2026 on KTTC. This week marks.
Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast here for Austin, Mason City, and Winona. Next couple of days, absolutely gorgeous. Get outside and enjoy the conditions. Temperatures staying seasonal, if not slightly cooler than normal, into the mid-upper 70s. Saturday, pretty seasonal there, low 80s on the way, and all 3 days looking at some nice sunshine. A few clouds mixed in here and there, but great 3 days on the way. Things changing, though, giving you that first alert to a pattern change. We're tracking some heat and some humidity back in the forecast, in addition to a couple of shower and thunderstorm chances between Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We will, though, the big focus, though, will continue to be on those temperatures as they climb in the upper 80s, low 90s possible, and potentially keeping an eye on heat index values as they approach maybe some triple-digit values. So keeping an eye on the potential for some first alert days heading our way. Let's look at your forecast. We'll send it to Nick. We continue on with some beautiful weather here heading into our Thursday. Whether you're planning to head down to Rochester Fest or Thursday's downtown, the forecast looking absolutely wonderful. We're tracking some sunshine here, especially for the first half of the day, continuing into the early afternoon. We may see a few more clouds starting to filter in towards the tail end of the day, but expecting to see some great sun. We'll see temperatures into those mid to upper 70s here in the area. Really just a great day to get outside and soak up that wonderful weather, because things changing heading into later next week. Notice from Sunday and beyond, we'll keep an eye on a couple thunderstorm chances between Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. However, the primary focus, the reason why we are seeing this big change and talking all about it, is the temperatures. You can see upper 80s, even some low 90s possible. And with that, likely to come some humidity. So things certainly looking to be a lot toastier, become more toasty as we move closer to the 4th of July. I can't believe it's already here.
I know. It's
Next
the
week.
year's moving quickly.
And it's a big one too. We've been talking about it in the year ahead, 250. So we are ready for that, and hopefully all the fireworks stay in the sky and aren't from Mother Nature.
That's what we can hope. Keep our fingers crossed.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Your morning news will start at 4:30. Our morning team will be happy to help you start your day.